I hit 315 on bench today, and here's everything that it taught me. Now, I have been trying to hit 315 for years. I've actually hit it once before when I was 17, a year and a half ago. And ever since then, I kind of fell into a dark spot where I lost a lot of progress and I was unable to hit the weight that I wanted to for a long time. And it really mentally affected me. And I have spent the last 6 months, a year, gaining that progress back that I lost from being foolish, as I could so simply put it. Now, like, if you're wanting to know how to hit 315 on bench, I'm 19. I'm 174 pounds. I'm relatively lean. I could give you any basic advice, like, you gotta go to the gym every day, eat your calories, get 8 hours of sleep, 10 if you can. But none of that's actually going to help you if you don't want it. Often I've been so wrapped up in trying to get people that I care about, like my friends and family, to try to get them to this level of desire as me. And as much as I can give them as many motivational speeches as I want, I can tell them to show up to the gym more all I want, I can make sure I try to keep them accountable all I want, I can't want it for them. I hit 315 today, and my 3 closest friends were there. One of them was watching me. He was just sitting there watching me because we were benching together. And then my other 2 friends were over on the fly machines doing their own thing. I had hit 315. I got it on camera, and they don't even know. Because they weren't even watching. And guess what? I didn't tell them. I didn't go over and be like, hey, I hit 315. Because all that would have done for them and myself is just gloated and just shown them how proud I am, Like, I'm so proud, like I did this. And it just would have rooted some sort of jealousy. And I don't care for that. And how counterintuitive, because I'm telling everyone on the internet right now, but if you genuinely want it, you have to act like it. Do you know how many days that I woke up early just to eat? Do you know how many times I've thrown up because I was busy trying to eat and I accidentally ate too much? Do you know how many days I showed up to the gym off 2 hours of sleep after a 10-hour shift? I crashed my car because I fell asleep on the way home from the gym because I was chasing this goal. If you actually want it, the calories are important, okay? Get your sleep, get your calories, right? It's important. But none of that's actually going to help you if you don't actually sacrifice for what you want. Yeah, I lost my girlfriend and now she hates me. Sucks because I don't hate her. I had to give up a lot of old friends. A lot. I had to sacrifice sleep. I had to sacrifice a lot of people's emotions, including my own. I had to sacrifice lust. I had to sacrifice a large amount of instant gratification. I had to sacrifice the desire for everyone to like me. Do you know how many people that I lost because of this? How many people that I had to stop talking to because simply them being around was just too much of a distraction? How many people dislike me because of the things that I've said leading up to this? You have to figure out if you actually want this or not. Because let me tell you, the amount of sacrifice that you are going to have to give in order to achieve something like this is insane. And it is more than I could even describe. I would go to school every single morning, and I would eat breakfast in the morning, which was about 1,000 calories. Then I'd eat 500 calories in my next period. And then I'd eat about 500 calories in the period after that. Then I would go to lunch and I'd eat about 2 more lunches. I'd almost throw up. Actually, a few times I did throw up in the school cafeteria because I ate too much, because all I was thinking about was 315. I would go to bed and I would dream about 315. I would go to school and I'd put my headphones on, walk through the halls, put my head down, because I knew that I needed to stay focused and I needed to think about 315 if I wanted it. It sounds corny, and to most people it is. And to most people, they'll think you're corny for it. You have to get over that. You have to ask yourself if you actually want it. I sacrificed money, people, jobs, the relationships that I really cared about, sleep. And I don't regret a single thing, because honestly, what it's taught me is what sacrifice does for you, what obsession does for you. I mean, a lot of people will try to paint obsession as being this unhealthy thing, and sure, it's unhealthy. If you want what you want, if you actually want it, you have to be obsessed. If you are obsessed, you will obtain that goal faster than you could ever even dream of. God has literally carried me through this. You actually have to tell yourself. You actually have to look yourself in the mirror, out loud say, do I want this? I would repeat over and over again in my head, I'm going to hit 315. I'm going to hit 315. I'm going to hit 315. I don't know if I'm describing it properly, how much I had to do to achieve this, but it's possible. Most people won't hit 315 in the gym ever, and the ones that do will likely do it after 10 years. Probably over half of them doing it after hopping on steroids. I'm natural. I'm 19 years old. I hit it at 17. Natural then, natural now. I did it for the first time after 2.5 years of lifting. And I did it because I believed in myself. And because the people that I did talk to were like-minded people who wanted the same things. And who wanted it as bad as I did. It's as simple as that. And if there were people in my life who weren't on the same wavelength, who didn't understand that level of obsession, I didn't talk to them. I cut them off, not because they're bad people, not because I didn't like being around them, but because I needed to stay focused if I wanted to actually achieve that goal. The euphoria of hitting 315 was great. It lasted about 12 hours, and it was beautiful. And once that wears off, once all the emotion wears off, all the sadness, all the happiness, all of the euphoria, all the anger, all the regret, all the sorrow, once all of that emotion wears off, it is just you alone. And when you're in that moment, because you will be, everyone will be, when you are in that moment alone, you need to work for it, because you're going to feel one of two things. You're either going to feel regret and shame and just talking yourself down because you didn't work hard enough to achieve the goal that you wanted. Or you are going to feel a quiet, meek sense of pride in yourself because you worked hard. regardless of what people said, regardless of what people wanted you to do, regardless of what your parents wanted, regardless of what your friends wanted, regardless of what your girlfriend or boyfriend wanted. You locked in and you knew what you were capable of and you took the steps to achieve it. If you can't do that for yourself, you might as well give up now. If you can't genuinely work hard for it, even after failing over and over again, you don't want it. I don't think I'm making it clear enough how many times I truly failed in pursuit of this. I mean, when I was 17, I probably attempted 315 20 times before I hit it. I failed 315 just last week. I failed 255 3 months ago. 3 months ago. I failed in the sense of losing relationships that I did not want to lose. I failed in the sense of throwing up my calories that I desperately needed to grow. I failed in the sense of arguments with my family over the idea of being obsessed. I lost friends because I thought I could convince them to want it as bad as I did. People have learned to hate me because of how dedicated I was to this idea, how dedicated I am to this idea of success in this way. And I mean it. You know, if you're not going to share this wavelength, don't even bother watching my content. If you're just watching this purely out of spite, and you're like, dude, you're an idiot. Dude, just dislike my video, leave a mean comment, and go on with your day. Because I want to teach people that it is possible. I want to show people that it's possible. If you're watching this right now and you're thinking it's impossible, I'm telling you right now that it is very possible. It is more possible than you know. You only think it's impossible because no one tries. Only 0.0001% of the population can bench 315 because only 0.0001% of the population tries. If 100% of 20-year-olds tried to hit 315, within 5 years all of them would do it. 100% of them. Yet you're here thinking it's one of the rarest things ever. Dude, it's so common if you try. It's common amongst people who try. 315 is common amongst people that try. And try and fail and try and fail and try and fail over and over and over again. Success is common amongst people who fail. And try and fail and try and fail. The more that you fail, the more that you will succeed. You see, most actual failures in life never failed once, and that was their greatest failure. Is because in order to fail, you have to try. If you failed at the gym once and you were like, this isn't for me, you have some real thinking to do and some actual realizations to make. Because the same people that were successful in the gym or in business or on YouTube or in music are the people that tried and failed just like you. They failed just like you. The only difference is that they tried again after they failed. And then they failed again. And then they tried again. And then they failed again. And then they tried again. And then they failed again. Over and over and over again. Like I'm pretty sure the definition of being a psychopath is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. I don't like that definition. Because if you try over and over again enough times, you will get a different result. You just have to genuinely chase it over and over and over again. You have to vigorously chase it with everything that you have. Because in reality, if you try enough times, success is inevitable. If I were to try one business idea, one method of making money online, and it failed, okay, it didn't work, I didn't make any money, and I quit forever. I never would make any money online. But if I tried and failed 10 different business ideas, chances are I would have made some money. Maybe not. If I tried 100 different business ideas, it is inevitable that one of those would have retired me from my 9 to 5. It's as simple as that. You have to show up every day and try over and over again. And if you're not willing to show up every day, you're not willing to want it. I can't make you want it. I can't say, Kazam, and just magically make you want it. I can't make you want it. Your family can't make you want it. Your girlfriend can't make you want it. Your friends can't make you want it. No one online that's going to talk to you and tell you to want it can make you want it. Only you can make the choice. And let me tell you, even if you are benching 95 pounds right now, if you genuinely want it, you already have the mentality of someone who can hit 315, and you will hit it. If you think you can, you will. If you think you can't, you won't. Every single thing in your mind was built brick by brick based on what you fed it. See, all of the things that I'm saying to you now are things that I have learned from everything that I have indulged in my mind. From everything that I've looked at on my phone, to YouTube, to every book that I've read, to every single conversation that I've had, what I'm telling you now is the product of it. So if you're just feeding your brain TikTok, Instagram Reel slop on this brick every day for 5, 6 to 10 hours a day, do you really think that your mind is going to be strong enough to do it? Your mind and your mindset is the root of everything that you do. It will dictate every single outcome in the gym, in business, in your relationships. It will dictate every single outcome, your mind. So if you are feeding your mind straight slop every day, spending a third of your life on your phone is what most people are going to do, by the way. And if you're spending that much time just feeding your brain slop, chances are your life is going to end up like a big pile of slop with no accomplishment, no struggle, no anything. Open your eyes. This is a game. And this game has 8 billion players playing currently. And each single one of those players, each one of these people on this planet has a chance, is capable, regardless of their situation. They're capable. And if you're thinking, no, I'm not capable, because you've already lost. Because being capable isn't about your situation, it's about your belief in being capable in yourself. If you think you're capable, you probably are. No, if you think you're capable, you are capable. You just have to believe it. And you have to never give up. And you have to never truly quit. The only way to fail is to give up. If you don't give up, you haven't failed. You have to want it more than you want the air that you breathe. And if you want something that bad, you will achieve it. In the next few days, I'm going to be dropping a video of me on the bench giving my actual real-time insights. Please look out for that video. I'm very proud of it, even though I haven't edited it yet. But this really does mean a lot to me. Thank you to everyone who's still watching. Please give it everything you have.